Tic Talk, Tic Talk, Tic Talk, Talk.
A real Celtic talk show by real Celtic fans from the Carluke Shamrock Supporters Club on Hail Hail Media.
Tic Talk, Tic Talk, Tic Talk, 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 Talk.
Here we go again. We're on the road again. We're on the road again. We're on our way to Starks Park. Oh, Starks Park, that's correct. Welcome to a special outside broadcast edition of Tic Talk with the Carluke Shamrock. We're on our way to Starks Park today in the sunshine. What on earth is going on? Let's go to our intrepid reporter, who is also our intrepid driver today, BJMac. Why the hell are we going to Starks Park? What's going on?
Well, Richard, this is Sellout Saturday.
Sellout Saturday. So if I listen to the show, if I listen to Hail Hail Media, but I'm not on Internet Bampo and I'm not on Twitter, what is Sellout Saturday?
Basically, it's all the supporters of Scottish football attending a game. Now, Celtic aren't playing today, as we know, in Scotland. So we're playing this evening in Real Madrid against Real Madrid in Philadelphia.
Yep.
So today we are on our way to Starks Park to support Raith Rovers in their game against Hamilton Accies, and like many other fans from other clubs that aren't playing today, such as Dundee United, we're going to support another football team in Scotland. And
so is this the
try and fill the ground
of Armageddon? Is that what this is?
Well, I think Armageddon's already been proven that it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
Television deal didn't collapse in the way we were told it would.
Yep.
I understand that every SPL club, bar none, has sold more season tickets this season than what they did last year.
Is that the one still alive? I mean, I take it 4 or 5 of them went to the wall, is that correct? How many is left in SPL now?
What we were told beforehand, you would have thought that would be the case, but as we all know, there was a lot of threats, a lot of lies, or mistruths, as it seems to be in Scottish football these days. A lot of scaremongering put out in the media by various people, Rangers, Oldco, Sevco, by the SFA officials, by SPL officials, and none of it has came to fruition. Yes. The fans own and run Scottish football, and the fans decide what will happen to Scottish football, not the authorities, and certainly not a dead club.
God rest their soul. Again.
I wouldn't even say that.
Fantastic. So in the back of this spacious, luxurious BMW,
very nice.
We have fabulous Vincenzo, sir, who we just picked up from the dark lands of Lanark, of course. Now, Vinny, BJMac told us about Sellout Saturday in general there. Why is it in particular we're going to this game, Raith Rovers against Hamilton?
Well, it's quite funny actually, because kind of off my own back I contacted Raith Rovers and then discovered that thousands of other Celtic fans had did the same. So I sent an email to Raith Rovers to Turnbull Hutton, who became my new hero, for standing on the steps of Hampden and decrying the whole sorry tale, telling the world that they were getting bullied and harassed. And so for a guy like that to run a club like Raith Rovers, when it was in his interest to have Newco, whatever you call them, in the First Division, for them to all stand shoulder to shoulder and actually stand up for integrity, I was immediately onto my laptop and emailing the guy and saying how much I admired what they did, etc, and asked him what we could do. So one thing I did was eventually bought a season ticket for a child season ticket. It was only 25 quid, donated it back to the club. And it turns out that thousands of other Celtic, Aberdeen, Dundee United fans have did the same thing. So round about the club we decided, right, what we're going to do, where are we going to go, and there was only one place we could go, I think, today, and that was up to the Raith Rovers and support Turnbull Hutton, I think.
Turnbull Hutton for SFA president.
Yes, Turnbull Hutton for Prime Minister.
Steady on there now. Then beside you, of course, is the sun-kissed and beer-drinking Kieran. How you doing, sir?
I'm not too bad, thank you.
Good man. We're on our way to Starks Park today, as we've discussed.
Yeah.
Memories of this ground for yourself?
Yeah, we discussed that earlier, I think. I'm actually trying to think back how many years, but I think it's certainly more than 10 years since I've been up here. And I remember being up here on a Saturday. Actually, probably a pretty similar day to it is today, nice and sunny. One of the first games of the season now. I'm not sure, but I think it was maybe the 1998 season. And I remember being up here and Craig Burley scored. With a great day.
Oh,
with a great day.
Raith Rovers. I don't mind him.
He scored. So although a bit of a pain in the arse now. He was a not too bad player whenever he was wearing the hoops, but he seems to have forgot his past all of a sudden.
Yes.
But a few fond memories up at Raith Rovers and up in Kirkcaldy.
Aye.
So looking forward to the game today, and as you say, kind of sell out Saturday, support Scottish football.
Yes.
And, put something back in. Glad to see that Armageddon that they said was going to happen doesn't seem to have materialised.
I'm looking forward to a good game of football.
Yep. Just a normal game.
I'm a wee bit torn on this, and I don't know if Kieran...
Torn-faced?
Kieran...
torn-faced!
You better believe it. It's a long walk back from Kirkcaldy.
It's a schoolboy era, mocking the driver
That was a
on
joke
the
for the
way.
way back.
So why
I
are
don't
you
know if Kieran... My dad, God rest him, he played for Hamilton Accies. Not many people know that.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
His career, glittering prospects came to a quick end when he was 18 or 19, but I don't know if he ever played in the first teams.
Genetically, his football talent actually came to an end there as well.
Missed a generation. We're from a long line of talented footballers that just missed me out.
That's the brothers there, no?
They're no bad. They're no bad. They're not as bad as me. I was really shite.
Now, the Shambolics got another connection with the Raith Rovers team as well, haven't
That's
they?
right. Our late member, God rest him again, Jock McStay.
Yep.
Son, quite a famous footballer, John played
McStay.
with Raith Rovers for a number of years, and John obviously only died earlier this year. I'm quite sure he had a real affection for Raith Rovers, and Kieran knows that better than me. Kieran's friend with his son John.
Old John spent a number of years travelling and watching Raith Rovers while young John was playing. I think for about 3 or 4 years he kind of stepped away from watching Celtic and went to watch John play in Raith Rovers and travelled the length and breadth of the country going to watch Raith Rovers. Aye. I think he used to know where every social club was in the whole of Scotland, depending on where Raith Rovers were playing, and he used to just pop in for a few whiskies before the game. That was after his vodka and ginger beer on the road on the way up.
Vodka and ginger beer that was still see-through. It was ginger beer in name only.
I think they'll be quite happy to see some of the Carluke Shamrock boys heading up to watch Raith Rovers today.
Definitely. And Kieran, one of the things you kind of mentioned earlier, we're heading up to this game, the humour. Lots of banners, posters, etc. being put up to celebrate, what's happening with us today, but of course what's happening later on tonight. We're playing the mighty Real Madrid, and there's a brand new SFL 3 team on the road as well. They're playing Peterhead, is it?
Yeah, I think the hilarity just continues, and as usual, not only the Celtic fans, but also the rest of Scottish football seem to be mocking them today, all the way up to Peterhead. Every town and every city that they drive through seems to have a nice banner.
Did you know they were playing in their training?
Directing them.
Did you know they were playing in their training tops today?
No.
They were up with this new third away strip, and it clashed with Peterhead's.
Oh,
They didn't have another one they could wear, so they're wearing a training top.
Seriously?
For their first ever game in the SFL.
Fantastic. Vinny, you seen any other crackers?
Oh, some of the banners, aye. There's one, I think, on the sign coming out to Aberdeen, I think, which is the road they'll probably go. So it's kind of Peterhead one way, Fraser Brothers type the other way. And it's got Diddy teams this way, and then SPL teams other way type thing. So some of them are brilliant. Another one about the sheep put you down, or
The sheep put you down.
sheep
There's
put
one
you down.
that's simply where it's a fork in the road from Peterhead to Fraserburgh, and there's an arrow and it just says orcs pointing to
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And Brian, you tweeted one today as well. We was that a billboard outside a pub or something?
Oh, aye, it was a billboard advertising the live
the
football.
games, aye.
One chalkboard, I think that's the politically correct term for them now.
Chalkboard, yes.
Chalkboard, how ridiculous is that? But one chalkboard says on it, live at noon, Sevco or whatever they're called, I think it actually says Rangers, Peterhead,
The Rangers.
Peterhead v the Rangers, and then the chalkboard next to that says later on this evening, Real Madrid v the mighty Glasgow Celtic.
Fantastic.
Now, in one wee picture, the contrast between the two teams couldn't have been starker. Absolutely magnificent.
Just speaks volumes. Superb. I'm going to ask you boys about the Helsinki game. And of course the draw that came up as well, but just to kind of finish that Real Madrid story there, of course our good friend, our American guy Graham Wilson from Beyond the Waves, he's going to be hopefully being able to record over in Philadelphia.
Looking forward to that. I saw that.
We've got the Phil McGillivan question and answer session. He's going to try and record that and then also put a kind of live show after the match as well. So good luck to all the boys over there in sunny US, and we look forward to those shows coming out. So Kieran, Helsinki, glad to tick it off. Did you see much of the game at all?
I didn't see any of the game, unfortunately. I was working over in Dublin on Wednesday, so I was flying back. So I was actually sitting on the plane. We were actually leaving at 7:25. So I was doing the BBC refresh text updates as the plane was driving up the runway to take off, and I just seen Joe Ledley puts the ball in the back of the net. So it was an easier flight than it could have been. So good result. Looking forward to the next round, and hopefully they can get to the group stages, and we'll get a couple of trips away in Europe this year.
Definitely. And Vinny, that draw, we got Helsingborg. Nice wee connection for the Hoops.
Aye, and I heard the Radio Scotland did an interview last night with Larson, so it's quite interesting. But he never went down on either side. He was being very diplomatic. And even Lennon this morning was saying he'll not be phoning him up and asking him, he wouldn't put him in that position, etc, because he thinks Big Niall knows quite a lot about the team anyway.
Sure.
So put Larson in a slightly difficult position. He said he might make the home leg over there, but he's training now with
all his coaching
training
and stuff.
A third division team or a second division team.
Aye.
He would like to be there, but he's no guaranteeing that he would make it type thing. But I still get very fond memories. You can tell that Celtic are in his heart. It's amazing to listen to. Just amazing to listen to a living legend like that
King
loves
of
the
kings.
Hoops as much as we do, you know.
Aye, definitely.
Fantastic. So I look forward to that game. The Helsinki game, I managed to get a dodgy internet feed and watch some of it, and Celtic seem to play well. They seem to play within themselves. The pitch didn't seem to be as much a leveler as we thought it was going to be.
Yep.
A couple of good goals. I was just quite impressed. And Lennon actually came out and said it was one of his best results he's had since he's been a manager. So a real monkey off his back.
That's it. He was really content. Yeah, definitely.
It sounds as if he's been given this a lot of thought. He said he'd been on a bubble for 6 weeks, but he's been given this a lot of thought, and it was a real relief for him. I mean, how good would it be to get into the Champions League now? It would just be fantastic.
Beautiful.
I thought as well, when you say monkey off his back, the interview that Joe Ledley gave after the game as well, and they kept on asking Joe Ledley about the monkey being off his back. But Joe Ledley's played in a Celtic team in Europe where the record is actually pretty decent, and me and Brian spoke about this on Friday.
After last season,
See, after last season, Celtic went away, and the results away from home were decent.
Good and easy,
So
and
I don't know why they keep on referring to this whole monkey on their back. This
they're
is
referring to 1 in 32 or
this is a
something like
completely different Celtic
I
team
know.
that are playing,
Correct.
and they should be taken at their own what they've done themselves.
Aye, totally.
So it's a bit frustrating that they keep going on about this monkey in the back. As far as I'm concerned, Lennon's current Celtic team don't have any kind of monkey in their back about getting away from home and playing in Europe.
Aye.
So I don't know why they keep referring back to it. Well, I do know why they keep
You
referring
do.
back to it,
You do.
but
Come on, yeah.
I wish they would stop referring back to it, I guess.
Oh, do. Brian, for yourself, Helsingborg, what's your views on that?
I was interestingly, I was speaking to Paul 67 from Celtic Quick News about 10 minutes before the draw on Friday.
Right.
And I was saying I fancied Limassol, and he kind of looked at me as if I was daft, which he does quite often. and with good reason.
He's a great judge of character,
Aye,
Paul,
with
isn't
good
he?
reason, yes. Interestingly, his view was that Limassol would be one of the tougher, them in Cluj, and his preferred option was Helsingborg, and he kind of put up in his own blog the reasons for that. But when you look at where they are, there are quite a number of points behind Malmo, who put the Huns out.
About mid-table, 12
Last
points,
year.
I think, 12 points behind Malmo.
And they've drew quite a number of games at home, so I don't think it's an easy tie, but we weren't going, and none of the ties were going to be easy. And I'll bow to the better judgment of people that know more about football than me, and Paul 67 is probably one of those.
It's a small group, Brian.
Aye, it's a small group. That is small and elite group. I don't see anyone in this card, despite Vinny's comments in the back here.
Seeing as you're driving, I'll agree with you.
Aye.
Call that driving?
Aye. Well, we're going round these country roads at 75 miles an hour.
So I'm happy with the draw. I don't think for a minute that it's an easy draw. It's a tough draw. But
are you happy with how the home away tie
yes,
kind of linked up?
I would rather play at home second with it. I don't think we'll put ourselves out the tie in the first leg that way. I'm very hopeful of that.
Fingers crossed. Nice one. Okay, well, we'll see what we can grab for you boys while we're up in sunny Kirkcaldy. We're going to try and meet as many of the internet bampots as we can, but we'll just report back on how we go, and we'll hear from the troops on the way back. Okay, lads.
Hail.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, 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 tock.
Okay, doke. Tic Talk is here live. Half time, Vinny boy. Can you talk us through the game?
Well, just to look up with a ball there, they're practising the half time here. They're another ball in there like a hot It's been no bad game. It's been quite a good game. Not a bad level. Good save.
You're enjoying the steak pie?
Pie's a cup of tea was excellent. The steak pie was superb.
Brilliant.
We've been roundly welcomed by the Hamilton fans. We're in with the Hamilton fans who are telling us that Lex Gold is his name? Lex Gray, who's their chairman, who voted yes to Sevco, and they're singing loudly that he should have said no. So we like that.
Nice.
So a good bit of banter going on. We're just at half time and we've met a few friends.
Okay, sunshine we have. One of those is John, a regular listener to the show. John, how you doing, my man?
I'm very well, aye.
And you're from sunny Livingston?
Absolutely, yeah.
Yes. you remembered how to get to this famous ground, did you? Did you have to check the map a couple of times?
A couple of times. I wasn't sure once I got here. It's been so long.
Now, the biggest thing that's maybe cheered you up today, you've heard some scores, I believe, from the 3rd Division?
I think there was a game up in Balmore today, and it was, I think, the favourites of the league were held to a draw at home.
At home?
Yeah. So, anyway, onwards and upwards for Peterhead.
Outstanding, absolutely outstanding. So much for the kind of we're going to walk through this.
Absolutely, aye.
You think this season's going to have a few laughs like that all the way through?
I hope so. I do think so. I think there's going to be a lot of laughs throughout the season.
Nice bit of brevity while we're sitting in paradise.
Aye, absolutely, especially at their expense.
Aye.
And they deserve it.
Definitely.
Totally deserve it.
Definitely. There's been some cracking tweets already, as you can imagine. One of the boys was saying Rangers have been deducted 2 points today, and they can't believe they don't know when the punishments are going to stop.
I saw that one. Aye.
Brilliant part. Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah.
Now we're talking about the Helsingborg game. We've tied the way up in the car there. What do you think of our chances here?
Well, I think it's a reasonable draw. So I think our chances are quite good, actually.
Quite happy the way we've got it tied as well, where we've got the home game.
It makes a change. It makes a change to get a home game second.
Aye.
It'll be a long time since I think we had the second leg of a European tie at home. Probably the game against Moscow when we won it in penalties.
Yep.
Was probably about the last time, so that'll be good.
That's right.
If we get a decent result in Helsingborg, I think we should do it.
Just come back.
The main thing is that we're getting European football at Christmas.
Correct.
And don't know too much about Helsingborg and their current form, but they must be a reasonable team. But we should be able to do it, and I think if we do it, then we might see some new faces.
You think that's going to happen? Aye.
Well, I would reckon that. I would hope they would. Because I think they've basically said unless we get Champions League football, then there's not going to be a rise. But I'd like to see new signings.
Aye.
Not break the bank, obviously, but just freshen it up, man.
Aye. Now you're here watching Raith and Hamilton tonight. Are you going to be watching the Real Madrid match with the Hoops?
Oh yeah, I'll go home and watch that. Aye.
Is it one of the ones you're not going to bother at all about the score?
Not really, not unless we get absolutely humped. But I don't know what the final score was when they played Real Madrid, AC Milan the other night. But they were 4-1 up at one point. I don't know if that was the final score. So
right.
I just hope we don't take too heavy a defeat.
Aye. Just enjoy the moment and come back and back to proper business.
Aye. Back to league business up at Ross County next weekend, isn't it?
Yep, that's right. Players wise, have you any fear about us losing any?
Well, I think it's well documented about Key, yeah.
Yep.
Wanyama maybe. You've always got a fear until it comes to 31st of August that somebody's going to come in for your lights here, Wanyamas. But I don't know. I think if they progress in Europe, maybe these guys will want to hang around anyway. So
play those big games.
Depends what size EPL club tries to turn their head, I suppose.
Sure, good point. Depends who the buyer is.
Yeah,
very true. The squad that we do have, the guys you're kind of looking to be the stars this season, they kind of be the standouts. Charlie McGrew, for example,
well, Charlie McGrew
the big one last year.
He's
expecting that to continue.
He started well this season as well.
Yep.
Charlie McGrew, obviously Wanyama if he hangs about. Who else? Hopefully that Izzy gets back to form.
Yep.
Adam Matthews, I think potentially he could be an outstanding player.
Yeah.
He's just a bit fresh at the moment.
Of course, young
guy. Obviously Joe Ledley, to continue the way he's been playing.
Absolutely.
For us. Scott Brown might get a full season injury free.
That would be nice. Up front, are we still missing it?
I think so. I would like to think. I would like Stokes and Hooper. They sometimes get a bit stale.
Sure.
Hooper scores goals for fun, but sometimes I query his work rate. But
sure.
He's maybe somebody else to put a bit of pressure on those two.
Aye. Make them play for their place.
Stokes as well scores a barrel load of goals, but doesn't always score the important goals. Maybe apart from last season at Kilmarnock, but somebody against in the bigger games, he doesn't always get a game right enough. But I'd like to see a forward and obviously a centre half as well. Just
take care of business.
I think so.
Brilliant, good man. Well, thanks for talking to us.
No problem.
Safe trip home.
Certainly, and
good man.
Look forward to the second half. I think.
You think?
Tic Talk, talk, talk.
Right, Tic Talk up in the stands. The second half is underway. We've got more hoops round about us here on Sellout Saturday. What's your first name and where are you from?
I'm Stephen from Glasgow.
Stephen from Glasgow. And what brought you up here?
Decided to give something back to the smaller clubs who had voted against Rangers.
Aye.
Thought the ideal place to come, give them what Turnbull Hutton had said and what it stood for.
Absolutely.
Thought it was only fair to come and reward them.
Yep.
Give them some of their money.
Good man. And then you're heading back tonight to watch the Real Madrid game as well?
Heading back, as soon as the game's over, heading back down the road to hopefully get in for the kick-off.
Fantastic. Now, there's a young lady to my right-hand side here, wearing the hoops that is with you. What's her first name, first of all?
Her name's Caitlin.
Aye. And amazingly, who would have believed the odds? Where's she from?
She's from Carluke.
Outstanding.
Right, so, is this true enough? You're from sunny Carluke?
Yes.
Fantastic. And you're here with the hoops on, just obviously supporting this game here. Who's your favourite Celtic player?
Paddy McCourt.
Paddy McCourt, fantastic. What age are you first, by the way?
10.
10 years old, fantastic. And have you been to any of the games so far this season?
Yeah, I've got a season ticket.
Oh, fantastic. Whereabouts do you sit? Are you in the big north stand? Are you near the Green
next
Brigade?
to the Green Brigade.
Are you? Oh my goodness. So are you a wee bit deaf with all their drums?
Yeah.
But you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Yep. What do you think the score's going to be tonight between Celtic and Real Madrid?
Maybe 3-1.
3-1 to the Celtic? Fantastic, I'll go with that. And your favourite player's Paddy McCourt, so you think he's going to be good this season?
Yeah.
Yeah? He's going to be the man for you?
Yeah.
Fantastic. Is Celtic going to win the league?
Yes, definitely.
Brilliant. Is Celtic going to get past Helsingborg and get into the kind of the big Champions League matches?
Yeah.
You think we're going to do that as well?
Yeah.
Brilliant. Would you like to see Henrik Larsson come back for the game as well, if possible?
Yeah.
He was talking about it the other night there. Yeah. Excellent. Well, thanks for talking to us.
Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, 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 tock.
Right, Tic Talk's on the way back home.
Looking for a carry-out show.
Look for a carry-out show.
Two Jakies in the back.
Two Jakies in the back. Octor tool. Vinny, did you ever think you'd be an Octor tool today?
Actually, the way Brian's driving, I don't think it would be anywhere today, if I'm being honest.
Have you ever seen a guy who can drive 85 mile an hour with a packet of Doritos round a corner?
While tipping the bag into his mouth, not even looking at the road.
Ah,
brilliant. I'm holding on tight, but...
BJMac, what was your thoughts of today?
It was interesting. Interesting experience, having Vincent as a passenger in the car. But I thought Hamilton Accies were probably a better team for a lot of the game, but as soon as Raith Rovers scored, that was it.
Aye, turning it from there. No bad football in the second half.
Aye,
passing,
it was. Aye, some good possession football, certainly by Hamilton Accies.
Yep.
It was a kind of softish penalty that Raith Rovers got, but with some of the singing that was going on with the Hamilton Accies fans against us, I was quite happy.
You're quite happy. Aye, Kieran, a bit of the banter around this. Obviously we were kind of policed into the away end, or the neutral end as they tried to call it, with the Hamilton Accies giving us a few chants.
They were giving us a bit of stick, which always goes down well whenever Rovers scored. I wanted to stand in my seat with it and get it right up you, but I was encouraged not to.
Yes, you were secured. So, what was it? We are the real hoops.
We are the real hoops. We support our local team.
We support. We hate Sevco more than you.
It's good. It's good day out.
Enjoy it. Man. Vinny boy, happy with that? Heading home in the sunshine? Done and dusted?
Quite nice to support. Yeah, a wee bit of support for First Division team, so it was quite nice. I expected a bigger turnout actually, but we did congregate into about, I don't know,
Aye.
8 or 9 people I think, round about us anyway.
It was wee hoops collection, yes.
So...
Bumping into folk for Carluke, absolutely ridiculous.
I know, imagine that.
Astronomical, it's...
In the row behind us, Carluke Shamrock, you saw the Tic Talk t-shirt.
Aye,
was even a
Tic Talk
Carluke
t-shirt.
player in the Hamilton team.
That's right, a Carluke player. There you go, Carluke, everywhere you go.
Where about you?
Superb. So, homewards, Real Madrid. Big games, hoops. Here we go.
Looking forward to that.
The Rangers did well today, but...
They did,
Nice
aye.
to get a last minute draw, which was good.
That was.
Bodes well, bodes well.
To fight back like that against a team of Peterhead's quality,
right to there.
really shows a lot of heart.
The plucky young team.
Without dropping any points, mind you. Apart from the day, of course.
What was your tweet, Richard? Give us your tweet again. What was the one with the 2 points?
I've said that earlier, that guy John, what was it, Rangers have been deducted 2 points today, when with a punishment said. And then the other what was it, the other belter was, the real Rangers will be turning in their graves. Fantastic, superb. And then we're coming out the ground and we see the Yahoo drunken Hamilton Accies Ned that we've seen getting chucked out. And who's he standing trying to argue?
Traffic warden.
Traffic warden! No, you couldn't have it. Brilliant, that made my day. Well, no, that's not true. What made my day was BJMac losing the motor.
Easily done.
Easily done.
It's easily done.
In the streets of Raith.
Brilliant. And on that shambolic note, that'll wrap us up. So you can stay tuned, obviously, through carlukeshamrock.com or see the full family at hailhailmedia.com as well. And of course, the online store is open as well just now. And if you use the Carluke Shamrock voucher code this weekend, you'll get your stuff with free postage. There you go. So until the next time, hopefully not on another shambolic road like this, we'll see you on the next Tic Talk. Hail, hail.
Hail, hail.
The thing I want to see the most is the Glasgow Celtic score. I've been to Munich, been to Paris and Berlin. I watched injustice fall upon you in Turin, and I've shared the pain and glory with the friends that I have made as I dance from place to place in green and white on a worldwide tin parade.